What is up, my bodyweight warriors, and welcome back to another video. Firstly, Happy New Year. Today is the 31st of December, which means tomorrow is 2018 and a new year. So it's that time for kind of New Year's resolutions and challenging yourself to basically become better. Last year, at pretty much this exact day, I released the Bodyweight Warrior ebook, and that was my way of giving back to a community that I've received a lot of enjoyment from. I'm providing a free ebook that gave you 3 programs, one for beginners, one for people who are interested in strength and skills, and then one for people who are interested in mass gain, all through just bodyweight movements. And that was kind of my free, here you are, here's something you can try in 2017 to help achieve those goals. And I wanted to do something the same for this year, which is 2018. And that is, I want to invite you to a daily movement challenge. Before I forget to mention, everything is linked in the description down below. That includes the PDF to the daily movement challenge, the PDF for the Bodyweight Warrior free ebook, and everything else that I talk about in today's video. So make sure you go into the description, check it out. Loads of freebies for you. I feel like a lot of people who watch these videos already have that kind of training thing nailed. Like, you don't need to have 2018 for you to train again. Like, you enjoy training, that's why you're watching these videos, and it's something you just do. So what I wanted to do was basically invite you to a daily movement challenge where you do something every single day to move your body. And this doesn't have to be something major. It can just be broken down into something you could call movement bites or little doses of movement throughout the day. And I'm by no means the first person to suggest this. This has been talked a lot about in the movement community, and I think fitness people in general. However, I wanted to provide you a little framework that you can kind of challenge yourself to. So these movement doses and movement bites are little like 5-minute drills that you can perform throughout the day. And for each one of these drills and activities that you perform, you get 1 point. The goal is to basically get at least 3 points in a day. I would say it's a good score. And if you're doing really well, then maybe 5 points in a day. None of these exercises are particularly stressful. They're kind of just general movement things. And if anything, they probably would actually help recovery. So what do I mean by movement doses or movement bites? And there's countless examples out there on the internet, but what I thought I would do is give you 8 examples that you can use straight away to get going, and then you can kind of find your own groove from there. So I'm briefly going to explain them here now. The first 2 are basically what I would consider bread and butter movement doses: hanging and squatting accumulation. What I mean by this is just accumulating a set number of time in a resting squat position and a passive hang position. Both of these 2 positions are kind of fundamental lower body movement and a fundamental upper body movement. The squat is such an important position to be able to get into. You should squat how you should. That's kind of like a fundamental human position that definitely in the Western world we don't get into enough. So just accumulating time in that is a fantastic start. And the same goes for hanging, a basic position for your shoulders to be able to get into. It helps to decompress your spine. There's so many different benefits. I don't want to go into this video. Those 2, I would say, are the basics. Then we have a mobility flow, and something like my 5-minute mobility routine would be a great choice in this particular example. It's something that's quick, it's easy, kind of covers a whole range of bases, and it gets your body moving through different ranges of motion. However, obviously everyone is different, and finding something that works for you is important, but the idea is basically 5 minutes of moving your body through a little bit wider range of motion. Then we have soft tissue work, and I'm a big fan of soft tissue work, whether it's foam rolling or whether it's just getting a golf ball and sticking it underneath your feet. And there's a lot of benefits to it. People like Kelly Starrett are big proponents of it, and I'm just a big fan of throwing it in here and there throughout my day. Next, we have balance, and this is something I probably don't think people train enough. It can be as simple as brushing your teeth while standing on 1 foot, or it could be something more specific like doing some pole walking balances that you see often in this kind of Edo Portal movement community. Either way, spending a few minutes each day working a little bit of balance work is going to be very beneficial. Next, we have juggling. One of the reasons I like this is mainly for eye-hand coordination, but it's also a really fun exercise to get into that gets very addictive, kind of has endless possibilities. I started juggling a couple of years ago. I'm by no means whatsoever any good at it, but I really enjoy doing it, and it's something that's fun and easy to add in your day and kind of takes your mind off whatever is happening in the background. Next, I'm going to mention joint articulations. This is just, again, kind of an extension of the mobility flow thing, but a little bit more specific in moving joints. For example, spinal articulations, which I mentioned in my 5-minute mobility routine and also my full body mobility routine. That's a really cool way of just getting more awareness in your body and moving for a full range of motion, but also using something like the FRC guys used their CARs, or controlled articulation rotations, that they do of joints. I've been using that a lot lately. I've been doing that on a daily basis, and I'm a really big fan of what that offers, in addition to doing like range of motion work and other mobility practices. So joint articulation is another one. And the eighth and final option I'm going to give to you is basically incorporating some sort of breathing or meditation practice into your daily thing. This is less movement focused, but I think something that is so important. You can start with something like the Wim Hof method. I think that's a great option, and something that I kind of do every single morning when I do cold showers or cold exposure. You can also do a moving meditation or breathing exercise. For example, as you're walking to work, you inhale for 4 steps, you hold for 1 step, and you exhale for 5 steps. A very basic moving meditation practice. You're just walking slowly, focusing on your breath, forgetting about everything else. And that is it. That is kind of the 8 examples I had for you. There's endless possibilities for this, but I think those 8 are a really good starting point to get stuck in and try and achieve that 3 points in a day and 5 points if you're doing really well. That being said, if you have any questions about this daily movement challenge, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below. Join the conversation. While you're down there, grab the actual PDF that is in the description down below. If you haven't already, check out the Bodyweight Warrior ebook, it's free. And then basically everything else I've talked about today will be linked in the description down below. You can also share this video with a friend. I would really appreciate that, and it would be awesome to try and help more people in this community and give people a challenge and a focus to get started with every single day. You can also hit that subscribe button. There is new videos every single week with movement, mobility, nutrition, and loads more fun to come in 2018, so make sure you don't miss out. But that has been it for this week, guys. Have a strong week and a strong start to 2018. Peace.